Ladies and gentlemen, fish on, fish on. Welcome back to Fishing Not Catching. I know it's been a while since I posted my last video. Had some personal stuff going on. Big thing was I got my wisdom teeth out. It hurt. I got all 4 out and it really sucked. I was kind of out of commission for like 2 weeks and not really being able to exercise, and being on a boat wasn't the best idea. But thankfully I'm feeling a lot better now and I'm ready to go out and give it another shot here. So another thing I want to talk about is what you guys want to see from the channel. Right now I'm just kind of doing what I think is the best chance for me to go catch fish out here nowadays, but I realize that there might be something that you guys want to see from me. So please like comment down below if there's anything you want to see, whether it be like a catch and cook. There's a certain species of fish you've seen me target before. I don't know, you want some kind of explanatory video or something about how I actually do this. But yeah, I'm open to suggestions and I just want to see if I can get better at what I'm doing here. So let me know and comment down below. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the spot. Just looking around, I'm thinking it looks pretty good. Right now I got a little bit of bird action on my left. So I'm seeing some birds hit the water, which means there's probably some activity. I've seen some marks on the fish finder, which is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with these 2 right here. So this one's just gonna be my weightless one. It's gonna be way back, kind of riding on the top of the water. So I'm just gonna clip the snip, or clip the swivel there. And on the back, I'm running a chartreuse storm bait, just like that. Only one on this one. I'm gonna run some bigger umbrellas, but since this is the way back line, it should be good. Speed-wise, I wanna be sitting around high 2, low 3 knots. That's usually what I do. And you can vary and go faster or slower if you want to. So do that. And you're next. So on this one, I'm just gonna go with a slightly heavier one, but that should be good. I'm trying to get the 4 lines out like this and pretty much have them spaced like that almost. So when I turn, they can go like that and not actually have an issue. This one's just a different colored storm. Same kind of rig, just a little umbrella. On this one, I'm running kind of the same rig, but instead I've got a much bigger umbrella with 2 baits behind it, as you can see in the water right there, hopefully. Great filming, I know. That's the rig I'm running on a big old weight. So let it back. You gotta make sure all your baits are running good in the water, which I can see back there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're officially fishing. We got the deep rod, we got another deep rod, we got a slightly deep rod, and we got a way back. Let's catch ourselves a fish, eh? So how I'm gonna film this, since I don't really know how, is I don't really want to stare at the rods the whole time, and sadly I only have 1 camera. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pick up filming if I get a hit, or if I make any big changes or anything like that. And yeah, hopefully next time you see me, it'll be with a fish. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, fish on, fish on. That's a nice one too. Oh baby, let's go. Oh, that feels big. That feels big. Let's go. I just gotta make sure I'm not gonna run into these fucking fish traps here. Let's go. Okay. This is a nice fish. He hit the way back. Okay. All right, he's still on. Oh, that's a nice one. Come on, lads. Let's get him in. That might not be a keeper. I'll see. Woo! Let's go! Beautiful rockfish. Look at that. Nice fish. Nice fish. That's 19 to keep, and he is, dang, 18 and a half. But great fish. We're getting started. Fish might be turning on here. Let's get him back. Woo! All right, on the bright one too. Okay. And he hit up top. That's interesting. All right. So after that first fish, which hit on a weightless rod, I've decided to kind of move my spread a bit more shallow in the water column. So I've got another weightless one on one of those bigger 2x umbrellas. And I'm gonna set this out as well. A little bit shorter out than my way back because they don't have weight. So they're gonna be this one's just a tad bit heavier than the smaller one. So they're gonna be really close in depth wise. So I gotta be very careful. All right, everybody. I hate to say this, but I messed up filming. And good news is we got this. I'll give you guys a look right now. Whoa. 20-inch rockfish. Just caught it. Sadly, I thought I was filming. Turns out I was not. For the camera, I'll throw it up to the board here. Just about 20 inches. Beautiful fish. That's in the cooler now. And it hit that same bait as the other one. Hit that nice little 6-inch chartreuse storm. Just demolished it. No weight running on the line. And yeah, so I'm all good now. Limit is 1 per day above 19 inches. So I'm limited out now, which is awesome news. So I'm gonna head back into the dock, get that fish filleted, and then I'll see you guys in the kitchen. Peace. All right, everybody, we are back. I'm in the kitchen now, and we've got everything laid out. So I've got my fillets that I got from the fish that I caught earlier. What we're gonna need for this recipe is we're gonna need mustard, 1 egg per pound of fish. I think this is probably around 1.5 to 2 pounds of fish, give or take. So I'm probably just gonna end up using 2 eggs. Mayo, and of course, since we're dealing with seafood in Maryland, gotta have Old Bay. And then Ritz crackers. So first thing you're gonna do, boil some water. So we gotta get this started. What we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna poach the fish first, which is gonna pretty much cook the fish all the way through it. It's gonna make it really light and flaky. Now that we got our water boiling, we're gonna drop the rockfish in. Usually I cut the fillets in half beforehand just to make them fit. Be cautious, this side is smaller than this side, so obviously they're gonna cook different, but pretty much just go ahead and lay those fillets in the boiling water. And then what we're gonna do is pretty much watch them. You'll see they're already starting to turn white a little bit, and once that fish kind of turns white all the way through, we're gonna pull it out, check it, and see if it's all good. It's been about 8 minutes. I think the smaller side of the fillets are done. So what they're gonna look like is this. It's pretty much cooked through. That darker part is the vein of the fish. So to check it, what I'm gonna wanna do is just kind of push it apart, and just like this, you want that meat to just kind of be able to fall apart really easily. These last few pieces out of here, I'll make sure I get every little bit of the fish I can. And once you're done, you wanna kind of just mash this fish up a little bit. I'm not being too hard on them, just kind of being gentle, like breaking apart the pieces. Just like this, and that's probably good. So once we're here, I'm just gonna slap this baby in the fridge for 10-15 minutes, and then we're gonna go on to making the batter. Now the fish is all cooled up a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and start making the batter. So for that, you're gonna want your bread. So 10 Ritz crackers per pound, give or take. You can kind of change it later. So I got 20 Ritz crackers in the bowl. After that, I'm gonna do 4 tablespoons of Old Bay. Maybe like 3.5, 4 is a lot, but it makes it taste real good. I think I'm probably gonna decide for 3. I can always add more to the cakes if they need them. So 3 big tablespoons of Old Bay. And after that, since we have 2 pounds of fish, we're gonna use 2 eggs. So go ahead and give it the little, oh, perfect crack, flawless. Absolute class, all right. Then we're gonna do, I believe it is a tablespoon of mayo per pound. I think it might just be a little bit under 2 pounds, so I'm gonna kind of go on the shallow end here for that. So we're gonna do 2 big tablespoons of mayo. If you have Dijon, I recommend using Dijon over regular mustard, because I mean, if you like extra flavor when you you know, eat food, it tastes better. And same thing with the mustard. We're gonna do pretty much 2 tablespoons of mustard. So you're gonna take the fish, dump said fish into the bowl. Just like that. And oh wow, that is still a lot hotter than I thought it would be. That is fine. So after that, now it's the fun part. You're gonna have to get a little bit messy. Take your hands and you're gonna start mixing. So when you're mixing, pretty much just go ahead, get in there, don't be shy. Get all those rits kind of, make sure they're all kind of grinded up. And we're just gonna form this into a kind of patty-like mixture. Now that we got the batter looking like this, we're gonna wanna make it into patties. I like my patties to be pretty big. You can make them any size you want, but I think that you can actually make the patty pretty substantial, and it holds together really well. Honestly, I think these are a lot better than crab cakes. I mean, you could probably see right now that unlike most crab cakes that you'll get, these are not kind of like 80% bread, which I feel like is like every single crab cake you get when you go out to a restaurant. Instead, this is majority just rockfish meat, and oh man, they're so delicious. They pretty much taste like crab cakes, but instead of actually just eating like, I don't know, Italian breadcrumbs for most of your meal, you get to actually eat seafood, which makes it just delicious. We're gonna put these in the fridge for about 20 minutes, and what that does is it kind of lets those set so that the second I drop it in the pan, they don't immediately just kind of fall apart. So I'll catch you in 20 minutes and we'll get this nice and cooked up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So since we're making such a good meal, we're gonna make a good drink as well. I'm gonna do a homemade margarita. So I'm gonna start with half a lime, put that in a shaker, by half a lemon, 1.5 ounces of a tequila. Usually I'd use a Blanco, but right now I only have a Nejo. I don't think it goes as well, but 1.5 ounces. Do 1.5 ounces of triple sec. And we're gonna finish it off with a dash of organic or just blue agave nectar. Just a little bit though, not too much. You're gonna make it too sweet. And to top it all off, a little bit of pineapple juice. So throw that all in the shaker. That's all good. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for coming along with me in this video. I'll have the fish patties cooked up in a minute or two when they're chilled. Cheers to you guys. Getting all cool, we want to take a big skillet like this and put it on the heat. Set it's like medium high. I'm gonna put a decent amount of oil in the bottom here. I'm using vegetable oil. You can use something else if you want, like corn or canola. But just like a little bit like that. And we're gonna let that get heated up all nice and ready. You can see it might be shimmering a little bit at the top, but a great way to check is to take a little piece of wood. It can either be a chopstick, my old roommate taught me this one, or just a little piece of wood like I got. And you're gonna stick it in the oil. And if you look closely there, you'll be able to see there's some bubbles at the bottom. And if you can see the bubbles at the bottom, that means it's in a good temperature. And now that we got the patties, I'm gonna put each one in the spatula and just kind of gently lay it into the pan so that it doesn't just break apart on entry here. So as you see, it's bubbling a little bit. I might want to raise the temp a little here. We shall see. Oh, no, that's all good. Yeah, now she's cooking. So these bad boys are cooking up. I'm going to go ahead and toast my bun. And they might say, "Hey, Andy, well, I don't have to toast my bun if I don't want to, yeah?" Yeah, you're right. I mean, I understand that if you like enjoying less flavor with your meal and I guess a less sophisticated taste and all that, then you can go ahead and not toast your bun. But me and the rest of the people watching, we're gonna slap that baby in the toaster for a little bit. All right, so these patties are looking good now. We can see a little browning on the bottom side of it. So now for the most stressful part of the day, actually trying to flip the patty. Oh God. Ooh, oil. So yeah, this could have used maybe like a minute or two more. As long as it's got that brown crunchy part on the outside, you're all good. I think it's cooking faster on the near side here. Whoa, baby. Oh yeah, that's what we want to see right there. That beautiful like hard outside so it gives you a little crunch. Oh man, nothing like it. Ignore that. All right, so now those patties have been sitting for a while and they're all nice and cooked through. I can pull them off the heat here. Oh baby. That looks amazing. So here we are. We got our rockfish patties. We got our toasted bun, because again, we like flavor. And to top it all off, we're gonna put a little bit of Louisiana tartar sauce on that. You can find this in pretty much any grocery store. I mean, you can make your own if you want, but this stuff tastes delicious, so I'm fine with using it. And I, of course, I'm gonna go with the biggest patty here, and you can see kind of how well that's cooked, and it's held up pretty well throughout the whole thing. Just slap that bad boy on the bun. I like to put a decent amount of tartar sauce on top of that bad boy too. I'd say about that much is probably good. You can let the fish do the rest of the talking. Go ahead and put that on top, spread that sauce around. And let me see if I can give you guys a nice little bisection here of the sandwich so you can see what I'm really talking about here. Oh yeah. Ooh. That right there, that is why we do it. That is beautiful. As you can see, it's got a lot more actual meat in it than crab cakes. And of course, for the most important part, gotta take a bite. God, that is something else. My goodness. For other ways to prepare rockfish, you can go ahead and grill it just with like Old Bay. And I can show you guys other ways too, but this, golly, this is a 10 out of 10. Man, that is just amazing. Again, you can see how well the patty actually holds up, and it didn't even need like a lot of Ritz. I love it. And of course, with this amazing meal that I've now gotta pair it with a nice little margarita. Oh, it's a match made in heaven right there, ladies and gentlemen. Match made in heaven. Oh, that's insane. This is my first catch and cook. I'm gonna assume you guys don't want to see me eat all of this food right now. So I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this recipe. Also, let me know what you kind of want to see from the channel. If you want to see stuff more like this, want to see stuff with different, I don't know, species of fish, different recipes. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And remember to like, comment, subscribe. And maybe one day we can get sponsored. Peace, guys. So while the fish is getting all cool, we want to take a big cast iron skillet. So while the fish is